All right, Shalom. I want to give our praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, by Shem Kakodash. Double honors to my apostle elders, great millstone of well. Peace and salutation, all that I can pushing His truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother Tazama Deborah coming back through the Spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Through the Spirit, want to do a real brief lesson, going off the title, what you see off here off of blacklistednews.com. And it says, poll, Americans are more likely to go to war with their government than submit to the draft, man. And that's been the talk of the town here in these last couple weeks when the government basically said they're doing an automatic draft for the 18 to 26, man. So you ain't got to register. It's already automatic register, because basically they're telling you in a nutshell that World War III is going to take place very, very soon. They're losing that war over in Ukraine. They got a lot of things happening, tensions over there with them small hats. So a lot of things is being brought forth, man, because the Lord is doing what? Much than the host to the battle, man. So you're seeing a lot of tension amongst these Americans as far as what, trying to uprise and take back their government, man. Because a lot of Americans are waking up to seeing that this government is against them. Everything, all these different agendas, all these different plots and schemes that the government is doing is against the American people. And you can see that the way they're doing the migrants, the way they're treating them, and the way they're treating their own people, man. So the mindset of these Americans are just lashing out. All you got to do is go on TikTok and hear all these different Americans complaining about the life, living in America, how they want to go to another country, how they can't basically live here because it's the cost of living. But at the same time, it's that mind frame that they're doing what? They're slowly, gradually turning against their government, and they're saying that their government is against them, man. And they see this is DJ Trump and Creepy Joe. They see that, hey, both of the candidates are unable to run this country, man. But that's the two choices they got, and that's just the Lord set it up that way, man. So I'm Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. It's not going to be too long. Just want to bring in a little bit on this article. And it says, a national poll last month, Americans were asked if they believe in a new civil war was likely to happen within their lifetime. And a lot of them see that's coming, man. They see the movie Civil War was already brought out, which is bringing forth a lot of tension amongst these people, seeing how the government is doing all these different psyops, to seeing the movie Leave the World Behind, all the various different events that took place, that's gradually taking place in today's time now, how the government is gradually setting up these different psyops, man. So that's why they're all on TikTok showing you different little inventions that you might want to have for a grid down situation and various other things for a civil war break loose and stuff like that. It says the establishment media was shocked to report that 40% of the population said yes. Those of us in the Liberty media were not so surprised. I believe, according to the evidence, that we were already a short step away from civil war in 2021, 2022, man. Because why? The people are just fed up. They see that the government is basically against them. They see how that all these different wars and taxes is not actually helping American people. It's against the American people. All the tax dollars are going to all these wars, and how Americans are basically starving, man. It says there were a lot of guys, millions, getting ready for the possibility of a UC passport enforcement. Gun ownership in the U.S. hit record highs during the time period in conservative/patriot groups saw a spike in public interest. As it turned out, the conspiracy theorist was right all along. There really was an organized agenda to eliminate the constitutional protection. And that's what you see, man. And who's one of the main so-called conspiracy theorists? The men of the Lord, man. We've been telling you that this government, that this system is set up for a rapid decline, and that these elite bankers, your Rothschilds, your Rockefellers, your DuPonts, your Gettys, all these people that so-called own America in various parts of the world, which is Esau, Edom, hey, they're setting this up for a fourth industrial age, a new world order, man. That's why you see what the World Economic Forum, the WEF, telling you all these different events that's going to take place, a Black Swan event, all these various things. We've been telling you, man. Also these so-called truthers, but who's the ones that's bringing it out according to Bible prophecy? The men of the Lord, man. This is just the fall of Esau, Edom's kingdom, and these people starting to see that this place is on its way out. So now you're seeing what? You're seeing an uptick of insurrection amongst the people, man. You're seeing people telling you if you do this enforcement on this and that, that we're not going to comply, that we're going to lash out and all these various other things. And what are you seeing the United Nations talking about? We need to combat against the so-called conspiracy theorists, man, that they're the main target that we need to focus on. Why you think that? Because they can't control the narrative anymore. They can't control the narrative because people are starting to speak out. That's why they were so hell bent on getting the control of TikTok. Now they're doing what on TikTok? They're controlling the algorithm. So at the same time, they see that a lot of people is fed up with this system. So you're seeing a rise of insurrection, a rise of love of many waxing cold here in the latter days. But that's the spirit of the Lord, that how the Lord is gradually taking this place down, man. This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 51. It says, suppose ye that I come. She says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. That's what the Lord is doing. The Lord is setting up this place for a rapid decline, so he's bringing forth division. Esau, Edom think he's doing it, but the Lord is using Esau, Edom to bring forth the division. The right wing versus the left wing, the liberals and the conservatives, all that madness. Hey, left wing, white wing, it's still the same damn bird. It's still damn going down at the end of the day. The Lord is the one that's setting this thing up. Let's read it in the NLT. It says, do you think I have come to bring peace to the earth? No, I have come to divide people against each other. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's dividing people against each other, man. That's why you see an uptick going on with the so-called migrants in New York. You're seeing the so-called citizens in New York are upset how the migrants getting first-class citizen treatment, man. And that the people in not New York, but Chicago, Chicago, how they're treating the people in Chicago, the homeless rates through the roof, but they're bringing migrants over there and they're getting first class treatment, man. They getting benefits, they getting aid, they getting EBT cards, but they're not doing their sit on people like that. So people are upset about that. That's the Lord gradually setting forth the stage for mass division in the society, man. That's what you see taking place, and it's only going to get worse here in the days to come, man. The Lord is only going to make it get worse and worse, man. It says, from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. And you seen that when 2019 hit, people wasn't taking that juice, was divided amongst each other. You can't come to the holidays if you ain't got the juice. The Lord set that up, man. The Lord put the spirit on Esau, Edom to set up them little regulations and things like that to create division amongst the people, amongst the household as well, man. The Lord set that up. So what more so in the times we're coming into now, man? It's only going to get worse. And it says, the father shall be divided against the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. So you see mass division here throughout Babylon the Great, even since 2019, and it's only getting worse and worse, man. So the Lord's creating division on all sides here in Babylon the Great. So-called conservatives, liberals, people that got the Jews, people that don't got the Jews, all that division, the Lord set it up so it'd be mass confusion. And that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Let's keep going. This Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And you've seen that, man. You're seeing that gradually being uptick, man, with these predictive programmings, with Leave the World Behind movie, with the Civil War movie, all these various other things is going to lead to uprise of the people, man, because the people see what's going on with Creepy Joe. They see that what's going on with Trump. They see they can't trust their own government. So the people want to do what? They want to take matters in their own hand. And you're going to start seeing that here in the latter days increasing more and more as these so-called laws and regulations get more draconian. They're going to see the people start to rise up against the government. And that's what the government want. That's why they call it what? Order out of chaos. They're going to create the chaos so they can bring forth the order. Because best believe when they was in that Title 42 was expired, when all these so-called migrants was coming through the border, you had UN troops within that so they can bring forth the order. They're just waiting on a call so they can start, policing the people, because they're going to bring in a police state and they're going to shut it down. That's what they want. That's the whole plan, is to create all the chaos so they can bring in a police state and shut Babylon the Great, which is America, down, because they know that American citizens have more guns than it has people. But at the same time, that's why they're creating all these different laws so they can control and see who has what. And that's why you see the uptick in on these various different TikTok videos on, oh, if you try to come to my house and get this, we're going to fight against you. You see that, man, because that's just the people are set against their own government, man. And that's what the Lord doing. That's why the Lord said, think not that I come to send peace on earth. Nay, I said rather division. And you see that, man. And it's only going to get worse here in the latter days, man. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means destruction to the world, man. That's what's coming, is great destruction to Babylon the Great. And it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. So you're going to start seeing the uptick of civil war here in society, man. You're going to start seeing when the society crash, when it's a grid down, you're going to see people fighting against each other for what? To try to survive. For what? A lack of supplies. That's what's coming, man. You ain't gonna see the police. You're gonna see the police fighting against other police officers to get supplies, man. Because when this shit shut down, it's gonna be a dog-eat-dog world, man. It's gonna be a dog-eat-dog world. Just like when you watch the movie, I think it was called, what is it called? Dang, I forgot the name of it. It'll come back to me. But it was a situation where it was out of nowhere, the cities were shut down, man. I forgot the name of it. It'll come back to me, though. But it says, for there should be sedition among men, evading one another, and they should not regard their kings or princes, and of course in their actions to stand in their power. So when this shit hit the fan, you're going to start seeing people going to the government buildings and things like that. They're going to be grabbing up your so-called leaders. You've seen that in movies like The Purge. When they was walking down the street, you seeing people saying, where my money at, and had due, hung up dead, and things like that. You're going to start seeing a lot of people going looking for these political leaders. Why you think a lot of so-called political leaders and mayors and governors, they're building bunkers? Because they know what's going to happen. They know it's going to be a grid down situation. They know some majors coming, so they're already preparing themselves. It's no coincidence, like a year or two ago, they was issuing out satellite phones to government leaders, to mayors and government leaders and so-called high-figure leaders in the society. Why? Because they know something major's coming, and they know that they're going to have a target on their back because they've been lying and manipulating the masses of the people for a long, long time, man. And they know that the people are going to come to them. They're going to come to their neighborhoods, man. That's what's coming, man. Mass division, mass insurrection is coming to Babylon the Great, man. They're not going to give a damn what these so-called leaders say when all hell breaks loose, man. They're going to have a target on their back, man. And it says, a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. Why? Because when it get real bad and crazy, they're going to set up garrisons. They're going to set up roadblocks and shut it down, man. That's what they're going to do. They did it in the movie Siege with Denzel when they was looking for some so-called terrorists. They shut that shit down. They're going to do the same thing here in Babylon the Great. And it says, because the pride of the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. This is why this place is going out, because the pride of the city, man. America think it's untouchable. That spirit of America is untouchable, the military, all that madness, all that spirit of the people, that pride. Hey, the Lord's about to shut this shit down, and all that pride gonna turn to shame very, very soon, and a state of confusion when the Lord shut this shit down. Because you people in Babylon are great. Under your damn leader, Esau Edom, you all prideful, man. Especially you nigga Native Americans, you have nothing to be proud about, man. We're the lowest of the low here in this society, but you feel like you prideful for what? But the Lord's gonna humble y'all ass very, very soon when this shit go down, man. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. Because the lack of resources, the lack of bread, a famine of food, water, and a famine of the word is going to be all taking place very, very soon, man. You can see the stages are being set, man. And that's going to bring forth anarchy, chaos, division, all the various things that you see in these movies, the apocalyptic movies.